As a leader in various organizations and of your own, how do you maintain balance? I feel like won't have balance, but for lack of a better word, how do you maintain balance to keep inspiring other and motivating others while having so many different roles?
That's a good question. And it's very, very important to keep balance because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, um, and I do so many different things,
Yes, you do.
whatever. Um, and self care is very important. You wouldn't be able to do it all. And as I have said before on other, platforms, it's okay to say no, and you just can't do it all.
Yeah.
But what you do need to do is what's very important. Number one, take care of home.
Mhm.
Home is taken care of and home is happy. You can just about do anything.
Mm.
It is so important. Everything else, and let me sum it up first. Having a spiritual relationship with God. You can carry God anywhere with you, in the bathroom, in the closet,
Yep.
wash dishes. He don't take any time from you.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to make time for him because you need it. You got him. That's number one. And then number two would be home, your family and everything around you. I remember speaking one time. It wasn't received, but then later I could see the faces, but then I was spiritually led when they asked me, okay, what you're going to speak about today? I said, I'm led to speak about, the woman taking care of home.
That's a word.
So it's so
Yes.
important because if home is not taken care of, then nothing will fall right. Husband is not going to be happy. Kids aren't going to be happy. And you're not going to be happy. And God is not, He's not the author of confusion.
Mm.
We supposed to take care of our home. We supposed to take care of our children. Everything else should come after that. I mean, after that. And so in saying that, I been on that path where I was just busy, 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 just going, going, going because my kids were grown. At that time, Ashley was in college. Son had already graduated from college, whatever. And I just thought, whoa, I can do what I want to do or whatever. And my husband, because I followed him so with the community, I mean, with the military,
Mhm.
he always out after he retired from the military, I was like, okay, it's my time to, do what I want to do or whatever. And he was always good at that. He never, demand a lot. But to make a long story short, he was sick. He was diagnosed with cancer. And that's a long story, but I had a spiritual awakening
Mm.
because I was just busy, 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 busy. And though, I was, encouraging him to go to the doctor and depending on him to do things that he was supposed to, it came to a point where, he had to have surgery. It was like, and we didn't know if he was healed or what or whatever. And I just remember having that spiritual awakening, just falling out on the floor crying, saying, God, please don't take my husband from me.
Mm.
Because at that time, my parents were deceased, my grandparents were deceased. And I just cried out and strong in my spirit. God put in my spirit, take care of home.
Wow.
I was all over the place. I
Mm.
was all over the place. I thought that's what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But what I realized is God, He's a God of order. So He wouldn't give you a husband for you to abandon him. He wouldn't give you children to abandon them. You have to take care of them.
Wow.
They're taken care of, then everything else falls into place. And I say that, and God, my husband is still here. To God be the glory.
Yes.
But it just made me realize, and um, then I had a thing where I had some medical issues,
Mm.
and it made me slow down even more. I had that spiritual awakening from God.
Yeah.
Self-care is very important. So
Yeah.
you gotta balance. Like you gotta take care of self. You gotta take care of home. Once you do those things, everything else kind of falls into place. I get opportunities all the time to sing and do things, and sometimes I have to say no. I used to have 2 and 3 things during the weekend, and not to mention home or whatever. And I was just going, going, going. I realized I couldn't do it. And then my family, my daughter, my husband, my son, everybody afterwards, Mom, you have to slow down. You have to take
Yeah.
care of yourself. We can't be a blessing to others if we're slow down.
Mm.
If
Yeah.
our cup is empty and we drain out of whatever, we how can we help someone else? And so that thing, as someone told me, we give from our overflow. So when home is taken care of and we got, things, our finances in order, things that's supposed to be in order, you
Yeah.
can blossom. You can blossom. The doors open and you'll know to say yes. But there are times that you have to say no.
Yeah. I think we get so busy and we do things in reverse, at least for me. And it's like,
Do
I
things
put
in
myself,
reverse and we want to be, I just remember, I'm not going to mention names, but I just remember being in the nose and just going here and going there and all that. And I was having medical issues. I was running myself down.
yeah,
And, but again, wisdom, you know, being spiritually connected, you gotta have order. If you
yeah,
start off that way, then you'll end up longevity and things will just follow. But if you're all over the place and you feel like you got to be in the nose and you feel like you're gonna miss out on something,
yeah. Mm.
you have that spiritual that I always say the Holy Spirit got you when you know it's not right. You tired. You
Yes.
break down, your house is not taken care of. Your husband, you ain't fixed the meal and I don't know how long you bring it for. Just,
Miss
mm-mm.
Bev, why you on my business right now?
No, but but again, I've been there. I've done that. And
Yeah.
you know, but when it's right and you'll spiritually know it's right, it feels right.
Yeah. And you saying that, it's kind of like common sense after I hear it. Take care of
Yeah,
home and everything will fall in place. But
it falls into place.
it,
But God
I
is
never
He's a
thought of
God
it.
of order. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what if He gave you a gift, He's gonna make the way. Every
Mm.
door that open is not meant for you to walk in to. After a while, you just need to know. And again, the older I got, and of course, I had some roadblocks along the way. And if you don't learn from those roadblocks,
Yeah.
you'll be broke down, gray, uh, unhappy home.
Mhm.
You running and you're meeting everybody expectations, but you're not meeting what God gave you,
Exactly.
which is to take care of yourself, your
Mm.
temple. So yeah.
I feel like God just spoke to me through you. Thank you
Oh,
for
you're welcome.
that.
Mhm.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.